Hi, this is Usha Pandit, your Mindsprings English teacher. Today we are going to do something very important. We are going to do story writing. But more importantly, I am going to show you how to plan a story. A lot of times children simply pick up their pens or pencils and start writing the story, and they start writing as the story develops in their head. Now that is not the right way, because often you don't complete all the elements of a story. So a story can be divided into 5 parts, and if you lose out one of the parts, then your story becomes very difficult to read. Okay, and then your teacher will tell you you're repeating the same thing, or your story begins somewhere and then it ends somewhere else. You are flying in a helicopter, suddenly you're climbing a mountain. You'll get all kinds of bizarre things happening. So therefore, we must always very quickly plan a story. Okay, this is not just for small children. You should do it irrespective of whether you are doing primary or secondary or college or any exam that you're doing. If you're writing a story, you need to plan it. Okay, so let's find out what are the elements of a story. So the elements of a story are, let's look at from here: setting, characters, problem, solution and plot. 5 elements. Okay, and where would you start planning? That's an important question. Very often I see stories written where you have started with the setting, okay, and you have written, talk to me about the forest and how there were lots of trees and flowers and squirrels were running around and the sun was streaming in beautiful descriptions, and you have a word limit of maybe 200 words and you have spent about 70 words on the setting. That will not make you a very good story, because you were not asked to describe a setting, you were asked to tell a story. So you have to be very careful. Don't start with the setting. Let us always start with the problem, because then you can't go wrong. Suppose you are asked to write an adventure story and you start with the problem. There's a tiger chasing you. You start with the problem. You have fallen down on the mountain and you have sprained your ankle and you can't walk anymore, and there is a storm coming. See, the problem is already taken care of. The boy was kidnapped. Problem, isn't it? The princess refuses to speak. Problem. The ring was stolen. Problem. So you decide what is the problem first. The minute you decide the problem, guys, your work is done. Sit on it. So let's define the problem first. So stolen ring, you can just write small words like this: stolen ring, princess won't eat. What did I say then? Boy kidnapped. See, bas, just two words. You've written the problem down. Now it becomes easy for me. So what's the second one I have on my list? Second one is setting. So I want to know from where the ring was stolen. Where did they kidnap the boy from? Or why did they kidnap the boy? We have got many ways like that. So depending upon why and where and all these questions, you will have to think of the setting. Was the boy kidnapped from school? Did they kidnap him when he was in the mall? The princess, is she sitting in her palace, or has she been captured by somebody and so she's refused to eat? What about the stolen ring? Where did they steal it from? Did they steal it from the temple? Is it a magic ring? Do you think that they stole it from a jeweler, because it's a ring that is very expensive? What? So this will, if I think about this problem and I think about where it's happening, I should be going to the setting and writing down. I am going to say maybe the ring was stolen from a temple. Maybe the princess won't eat and she is in a palace. And the boy was kidnapped from a mall. So I am not saying all of this happens in the same story. They are all 3 different stories. I am just giving you an example. So now I can very happily describe the temple, the palace and the mall, and I am going to write all those wonderful descriptive words, I am going to write adjectives, I am going to create atmosphere, all of those wonderful things I can do. Okay, simple story. We are writing a simple story. Okay, we are not going into what is the genre and all that. Just going with a simple story, simple adventure story. So you got these three things. Are you going to write a lot of setting? No, I am going to limit my setting to maybe about 30 words. Very short, very quickly finish my setting, because my teacher wants to know what happened. How did I get kidnapped? She wants to know what happened after I got kidnapped. She wants to know all those things. She doesn't want to spend time in the temple and the mall describing what are the clothes hanging there, how did the pujari ring the bell, and what was the smell of agarbatti around. She does not want all that. Her big idea is sitting here and she is interested in this. What are the actions that followed? So, the stolen ring, we are going to ask all these questions. How did the ring get stolen? So, what is the first action? Is it the thief coming into the house at night? Is that the action for the stolen ring? Or is it the man dressing up as a worshipper and going to the temple? How did it get stolen? So, the big question of how, that is what you are going to answer here. How did this happen? How did the boy get kidnapped? You might want to ask why, you might want to write here why also, why he got kidnapped. But after you tell me how and why, I want to jump straight into what happened here. So, second part there is what happened. What happened means, where did they take the boy? So, there will be a set of things that happened, 1, 2, 3, 4 things that happened to the boy. There will be 2 or 3 things that happened. She won't eat. Why won't she eat? One line. And then what happened? What did the king do? Maybe he called all the princes from the land and said, anyone who makes her eat is going to get half my kingdom. Maybe he makes an announcement, and then maybe 2 or 3 people come and try different things. So, that is the action here, no? See, this action or these events must come in as your plot. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, write them down. Write them down in very simple small words. Or if you are looking at the boy who got kidnapped from the mall, we talked about the stolen ring, all of these, there are events that happened, certain things that happened after it. And there has to be a rising action. What is a rising action? A point where the boy is almost going to be killed. So, let us say he escapes from the kidnappers and he is hiding behind the sacks of grain in the godown, and he feels like sneezing, and he is sure that if he sneezes, somebody is going to hear him. So, what does he do? Now, this is a rising action where he is almost going to be caught and everyone is waiting to know what happened to the boy. That is rising action. So, you might have a lot of actions, but you must have one action where it reaches the peak. Or you might have the stolen ring from the temple where someone says, go to the mountain, ice mountain, and there you have to find the ring that has been stolen. It is magic. And so, you go to the mountain and you find a dragon waiting there, and you have to beat the dragon. You are the hero of the story. So, you have to beat the dragon. Coming to this, now you will come to the characters here. So, when you start making the plot, you will suddenly realize, oh, wait a minute, I need a dragon, isn't it? So, therefore, I am going to write here who are the characters. First of all, me, hero. I want to be the hero. Or you might have another hero. You might have a tall, dark, handsome man, or you might have a pretty girl, or you may have an ordinary girl, or you might have a very clever girl. Depends on what you want to have. So, you decide who your character is. Then you might want a villain. Somebody who is going to stop you from doing it. You might have other characters who are going to support you. So, I am going to write there, I am going to have a pujari, I am going to have a monster, I am going to have a film star. You decide who is going to be in your story. See, you get to be the creator. So, you decide who is going to be in your story and then you go back and start writing what happened, who came there, who distracted them, etc. And the solution is how you escaped, escape or found, how the ring was found, or in this case we have got, what did we have? We had the ring, we had the princess. Princess would be, she starts eating. So, how did that happen? So, those are your solutions. So, remember, let us look at it again. First you look at the problem, then you look at the setting, then you look at the characters, then you look at the plot, and finally you look at the solution. This is how you make your story. So, copy that down in your notebooks so that you remember how to do it, and decide on a problem first, guys, before you start your story, because if you start with a character, you won't know what to do with him, and then you suddenly want 1 or 2 characters and then you won't know how to fit them in. So, first thing in story writing is to have a good think up here. Always remember, vocabulary is very important, very, very important. So, the words that you are going to choose, those also you write down, some very good words, which means you need adjectives, you need adverbs, isn't it? These are 2 things that you will need. The other thing to remember is to write in the past tense. All stories must be written in the past tense. Very, very important advice. If you do all of these things, your story will become good. And if you are writing now and you are getting 4 out of 10, I bet you will get 6 at least. So, use this in your writing, and remember to write in the box and tell me how your marks improve, because I feel very happy when you do well. Okay? So, subscribe to my channel, go to the description box, go to my website, and you will get Writing with Ease. Writing with Ease has got everything. It's all about how to write. It's about how to write your stories, how to plan your stories. It's got thousands of words for you to choose from. It's got drama, it's got every kind of essay that you want to write, anything that you want to write, letters, Shakespeare, it's got everything. It's an amazing book which everyone who writes must possess. So, do yourself a favor, go and get the book, and also write to me and tell me what more you want me to do with you, and I would love to do it for you. So, until we meet again, keep smiling and enjoy writing. Bye bye.